Hello and a warm welcome to the Canada Credit Card Expert channel. Today, the American Express Platinum card, a review, and also 12 great perks that come with it. Why we think this is an indispensable credit card for the avid traveler. But just before that, the Canada Credit Card Expert channel. We are here to help Canadians make the best possible selection of a credit card based on their lifestyles, and that means doing what we do, all of us, pretty much every day, which is spending money on the card. So where it fit your lifestyle and whatever goals you want to achieve, a cashback, travel, merchandise, etc. We're here to actually help you and inform you of all these credit cards we have. So the American Express Platinum card, the individual personal version, well, we are talking about $699 a year, and that's actually a hefty price. But at the same time, we must mention that it comes with $200 travel credit, and that travel credit could be used on amextravel.ca for pretty much anything you book. And that means airlines, hotels, car rentals, etc. And American Express Travel does have an ample selection of airlines, pretty much all of them with the exception of low cost, as well as 3 different programs for hotels. So definitely you will find what you're after. So when you look at $699 and you deduct the 200, we are getting $499, or as we would like to actually see it, $42 a month of club membership, so to speak, to get really great perks, and you are going to know all about it in the next few moments. On top of it, you'll also be getting a welcome bonus, and that is very, very generous. It's 50,000 membership rewards points if you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months, and if you got referred to the card, you'll have to do a little bit better and spend $5,000 on the card in the last 3 months, but then you'll be getting 60,000 points. So it's a great deal either way. Now, regarding rewards and ratios, it's a 3-to-1, the 3 points on eating out, dining, basically. It could be anything from Starbucks to a restaurant. And although Amex would actually tell you that this is only in Canada, we can tell you from our experience that it's pretty much applicable to 99% of cases globally, for as long as the place is actually coded in Amex as a dine-out restaurant, etc. So 3 membership rewards points per $1. This is really staggering. So this is really, really great. Definitely the best out there when it comes to this type of travel credit cards. It could compete with really, really very, very few credit cards in Canada. And then we have the 2 points on travel expenditure, and we are talking about any travel. It could be airline, hotel, etc., which is also very generous. And then we have 1 point on anything else. Then you're talking about membership rewards. So membership rewards, for those of you who are not familiar with the program, it's an extremely versatile and generous program. What it helps you achieve is actually pretty much you can redeem it to anything you like. And let's start by the fixed travel program. You see on the screen the table. You can redeem the points for fixed points, as you see on the screen, and you could travel by actually redeeming the points. And on top of it, you could see on the screen now the flex program, which is pretty much 1 point, 1 cent. So any booking you have on amextravel.ca, travel booking that is, will be redeemed at a rate of 1 to 1 cent. On top of that, you'll be able to use your points on ticketmaster.ca. And ticketmaster.ca, whether it's a concert, a show, etc., you'll be able to book it online. And again, with Amex membership rewards, you'll be able to redeem at a rate of 1 to 1 cent. And for those of you who have Delta Airlines Sky Miles account, you'll even be able to earn miles at the same time with Delta, but that's beside the point. What else could you actually do with these membership rewards? Well, you could get gift cards, you could get merchandise, and you could redeem them for Amazon.ca. All of them at 0.7 cent per point. So it's slightly less than what you get for the other redemptions. However, we actually believe the best possible transfer of these membership rewards points would actually be to airline program. And you can actually see on the screen now the airlines you could transfer to, definitely Air Canada and British Airways. Sometimes Amex would actually have promotions on points transfers, as well as you could see Marriott Bonvoy and Hilton when it comes to hotels. And Marriott Bonvoy is also another option when it comes to hotel, the better option, so to speak, when it comes to actually calculating the actual value of transferring these points. So these points are extremely versatile and are actually very easy to actually use. So this is just the part that is dealing with the rewards, but what about insurances? Well, you're getting with the card, not very impressive in terms of other travel cards in Canada, 15 days travel medical emergency insurance. However, all the other insurances that come with the card are top notch, especially the trip cancellation and the flight baggage delay, and also you get some other type of insurances as well as car rental, CDW, etc. So in terms of insurances, overall is really great. Again, the 15 days is a little bit substandard, but hey. Then we have the 12 perks that come with the card, and we would like to actually go quickly over them. And we are pretty certain that if you do travel, you will find at least a few of them extremely appealing. So let's start with airport type of perks. Number one is lounges, 1,200 lounges, the various programs that come under the American Express Lounge program. Obviously, that includes the American Express Centurion lounges. It includes Priority Pass. It includes Plaza Premium. It includes Swissport and some other lounges in Canada, as well as Delta Airlines when flying on Delta Airlines. So that is a really great program, access to lounges. The second one, number two, is the IAP. You see on the screen now the list of airlines that partake in the program. This is a great program, not much talked about, but it is great. And we can tell you that for as long as you actually fly on one of these airlines, and for as long as you book a premium economy, business class, or first class, and for as long as it involves a Canadian gateway, you'll be eligible on amextravel.ca as a platinum member for a discount. We actually calculated discount starting at roughly 7%. But hey, it could go as much as 35% off the ticket. This is really stunning. It's a great perk. Number three, Toronto Pearson Airport YYZ Fast Track and some discount on valet parking. So Fast Track and security is really great. Some other perks that you get with the card. So these are the airport perks. These are really great by themselves, but there is more. Well, what about hotels accommodation? Well, firstly, number four is status. Status with Hilton, status with Radisson, status with Marriott, and status with Shangri-La. If you get a Jade status with Shangri-La or a Gold card with Radisson, Hilton, and Marriott, you'll be getting potentially upgraded rooms if available, late, early check-in, check-out. In the case of Hilton, you even get free breakfast. So it is very nice to have. You get accelerated rate of points collection. So this is really great when it comes to status. And we are going to talk about the J Shangri-La in a second when we get to perk number 10. So watch this space. Number 5 is the FHR. FHR is a great program, the Fine Hotels and Resort by AMEX Platinum. This is a great program. You can see on the screen the benefits you get with the program. Really hundreds of dollars in terms of value you get from the program. And again, essentially it gives you premium status with hotels where you don't even have premium status. So it doesn't have to be one of the four we mentioned in perk number 4. So you're getting all these early, late checkout, potentially upgraded room, free breakfast, $100 or other type of perks towards premises credit, etc. So this is really, really great. Highly recommended. What else are you getting? Well, the other type of perks. Number 6, we are getting, well, 15,000 points for each successful referral. You can actually refer your friends and family. And this is a great, great reward. 15,000 points. That is essentially 15,000 aeroplane miles or 15,000 Avios with British Airways, etc. Is really great. All you got to do is just to refer your friends, and for such a great card, you won't find it difficult, especially if you're around some travelers like yourself. Number 7, car rental. Well, car rental. Hertz would actually give you status to your Amex Platinum card, the 5-star Gold Plus, 5 stars Gold Plus, and you'll be getting 4 hours grace period, which is really nice, and additional driver under some conditions and some other perks. Really great to have, especially if you rent cars occasionally. Perk number 8 is for the foodies in our midst, and that is the American Express Global Dining Collection. And that means that you could actually get your table reserved by a concierge. You could be actually invited to a special culinary event. And you are also part of this program that is complimentary amenities for you. That would mean anything like a complimentary beverage, kitchen tours, etc., etc. So definitely pre-selected high-end restaurants, chefs, etc., that you'll be eligible as part of the AMEX Platinum program. Number 9, you could be actually calling the concierge service of Amex, and that would mean that Amex would be able to actually assist you with some travel arrangements, finding tickets for restaurants and shows, etc., etc. Some people don't find it useful. Some people find it extremely useful. You might actually find it useful. So that is another perk that comes with the card. Then number 10 perk, well, that is related to the status you got in number 4 and Shangri-La Jade. Through infinitejourneys.com, you could actually get status matched with Singapore Airlines. And what it means is essentially you could become, for 1 year only, but you could still become gold status with the Star Alliance through Singapore Airlines by actually registering with the Chris Flyer program of Singapore Airlines and actually taking the challenge of the program, which is 3 flights with Singapore Airlines. Since you are a Jade member with Shangri-La, you'll be getting Star Alliance Gold status. Really nice to have. So that is a possibility as well with the American Express Platinum card. Number 11, cruise privileges. Well, cruise privileges are actually pretty unique to the card, and you hardly ever hear about it when it comes to the Platinum card. Not much discussed, but you could actually see on the screen a list of cruise liners that actually give you some discounts on booking with them. So that could be useful. Some people actually like cruises and actually go on cruises annually or even less. But that could be very useful with just having the car. So again, you get a lot of $300 that is credit towards a cruise. So that would be a very, very nice perk. And we can actually tell you off record, so to speak, that there are actually other perks that come with the card when it comes to tour operators if you're into organized tours. So, hey, that is great to have as well. And number 12, the Standby MD. Standby MD is actually a concierge medical service that will help you get local advice if you're overseas or if you need a referral, you need a local clinic, English-speaking doctor, etc. So through being an Amex Platinum member, you could call the Standby MD concierge service and get these referrals. So again, this is great perk, just somebody to actually help you out. The card doesn't cover the cost. There are actually whatever treatment you might actually be seeking or house visits by these doctors. However, having said that, they could definitely facilitate it for you. One more thing, which we don't really call it a perk, but it's just a point of interest. If you do have the Amex Platinum and you spend a hefty amount of money on it, you might even get an invite to the American Express Centurion card, but that is beside the scope of this video. So we really believe this is a really great card, especially if you travel more than average. Again, it doesn't take much to actually get all your money back, so to speak. So we would definitely recommend it for the avid traveler and the over average traveler. More than thrice a year would definitely do. And for all these reasons, you could definitely leave your comments at the bottom, and you could definitely subscribe, and you could definitely ring the bell on the right-hand side. One last thing, there is a nice link at the bottom that we actually created for you. We would like to show you why the Canadian card is really a great value if you compare it to other American Express Platinum cards in other countries. So that is a very interesting comparison. You have the link right at the bottom. We'll see you soon.